Hello friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm back in the workshop and today I feel like it's a good day for another resin project. I would like to do something on a smaller scale, like a beginner project. I have a piece of live edge walnut here and I would like to build a serving tray or charcuterie board out of it. To make it extra special, I will pour resin in the form of ocean waves on top of it. So, lass uns anfangen. I will start by cleaning up the board. The first step is to rough sand the surface with 100 grit sandpaper and then I will work my way up to 240 grit. Let's put on some protection gear and some good music. The piece is ready sanded and my machine is ready to go. I'm using my CNC machine to cut out the handles. It only took the machine a few minutes to cut out both sides. I'm using my handheld router to round over the edges. Before you start, make sure the bit is set to the right depth. Just follow along the line of the edges. Make sure you do both sides. I'm back in my art room and it's time to pour the resin. Like always, I will be using Total Board. For the color scheme, I want to go with a darker blue. Therefore, I'm using Total Board dark blue pigments and I will be mixing in some mica powder for light glitter effects. Let's start by measuring the resin. Always make sure to measure exactly. Protection, protection. Let's put on some rubber gloves. The tabletop resin I'm using is a 1:1 ratio. And you already know what's next. Resin dance! I'm mixing in some blue mica powder. You can see the metallic shimmer of it. I'm using some clear resin to mark the outline of the resin waves. After that, I'm pouring on the blue resin. Use your fingers to spread the blue resin towards the clear resin. Then use a heating gun. The heat gun pops any bubbles and it makes it easier to spread the resin. Wait till the first layer of resin has dried to a sticky consistency. I waited about 5 hours, then pour over a second coat. Mix some white with resin and use it to create ocean waves. It's 3 days later now and the resin has fully cured. It's time to clean up the bottom side by using the sander. After this, I will attach the rubber legs and apply the finish. Use 100 grit sanding paper to sand off all the drips the resin has left on the bottom side. Once you cleared off all the resin drops, sand back up to 320 grit. Once you're done sanding, use some water and spray it onto the board. Wait for the water to dry and then come back and sand off all the raised grain. This will make the board extra smooth. Use a drill bit to pre-drill the hole for the rubber legs. Space the legs out evenly on the bottom side and make sure you don't pull in too deep. You do not want to come out on the other side. For the finish, I'm using liquid hydration wood oil. Apply a generous amount all over the board and let it soak in overnight. This is my absolute favorite part. Once you apply the finish, you see the grain pop. The next day, take off any excess of the oil and after, Apply Mousse Magousse wood butter. The wood butter gives the wood an extra layer of protection. Use circular motions to rub in a thin layer. After, come back and buff it. After the finish is done, we can screw in the legs. And we are fertig! I love how beautiful the board turned out. What do you think? Please like, comment and subscribe. And see you next time. Tschüss!